What's up, crypto fam? Welcome back to another episode. If you guys are new here, we do a giveaway at the beginning of every single episode, and this episode's winner is Joseph Nagy Jr. Thanks so much for commenting on the previous video, Joseph. If you guys want to win on the next video, like, comment with your wallet address, and don't forget to subscribe. In today's interview, I got to sit down with one of my favorite YouTubers, BitcoinBen. We covered a ton of different topics, but one of the ones that I was really excited about was Blockchains LLC. It's basically a city that is being built by moguls, including Warren Buffett, in Sparks, Nevada. Just outside of Las Vegas, it's being powered by the ETHEREUM network. It's effectively going to be testing grounds for new projects. There's a reason it's called Blockchains plural, as BitcoinBen says in our interview. It was so much fun to meet BitcoinBen in person in Las Vegas, and we followed up to do a quick interview just to share some of the thoughts around Blockchains LLC. And this is going to be a two-part interview because we talked for a long time. BitcoinBen has been one of my favorite YouTubers for quite some time now. He's based in St. Louis, and he's just overall a really nice guy. So let's dive right into the interview.
I'll introduce me first. Hello, everybody. It's your favorite truck driver in the whole wide world. It's BitcoinBen here for an interview, and I'm hoping that I don't lose any clothing. And I got my coffee. I have my e-cig, and around here somewhere is Litecoin Little. Your turn.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Steve from the Hack Crypto channel. I am trying to simplify everything that is blockchain and cryptocurrency so anyone can understand it. And I am here to connect with BitcoinBen. We met in person at Vegas in World CryptoCon, which was a lot of fun. And we want to talk crypto today.
Yes, that was an awesome event. Actually meeting you, all of the other influencers. How friggin' big is Crypto Crow?
Yeah, he's like almost
enormous. Holy cow. That guy is, I'm a pretty big guy. I mean, I weigh 265 pounds, and I'm like that guy's legs, you know?
Yeah, he's a big guy. He's a big guy. It's rare because I'm like 6'3", and it's rare when I look up at people, and I was looking up at him. Like, it was really nice guy. Really nice guy.
I felt like a midget. You know, like, my God, look at this Tarzan-looking motherfucker. Excuse my language. Or don't.
I love the panel that you did with Crypto Crow. Was really great. I love that you guys got to share tears together. That was a great panel.
Yeah, that was crazy because two of the largest guys on there are like crying their eyes off like a couple of pussies, and really, as I'm sitting there and I'm watching him and he starts like getting teary-eyed, I just wanted to hug. Just like walk over and hug it out, you know, like, brother, I feel you, you know. But the event was awesome. Actually meeting you and it was a great time. Yeah,
and I think part of the reason that you guys are two of the biggest names is because you were genuine and you were just people gravitate towards that when they feel like they can relate to you and that they can trust you. And I think you guys opened up on stage, which is very endearing, and it was good to see. It was good to see passion.
Oh yeah, there was plenty of passion there because I think we all kind of share like libertarian / humanitarian roots, you know. We all love freedom, and we all really love each other. We love other humans. We love the planet. We just, I think we're all very tired of the old economic horse shit we've been putting up with lately. Like 100 years. And so, yeah, that's why I am in cryptos. And I know you were going to ask me like how I got in, why I got in, and all of that. Well, let me answer that. Probably 8, maybe 6 or 8 actual months of just research. Because I'm like, all right, if I'm going to put money in, I need to know why. And once I learned even just a little bit about it, it all kind of just rolled up in my head and said, this is revolutionary. I mean, this is amazing technology. This is amazing software. Blockchains and like cryptocurrencies and utility tokens and ETHEREUM and Litecoin and Bitcoin and all these other coins are just, this is where everything is actually going. And once I realized that is when I said, all right, now I can invest, because I'm very big on, you don't put your money in anything that you don't really grasp its value. Because if you don't wrap your head around its value, then you don't know why you should hodl it. Because in 2000, or actually last year, whenever we had the huge run up and everyone's just losing their mind. I mean, Bitcoin's up to $20,000, Litecoin's up to $410, and Ripple can go to hell. Or, I mean, it went up to whatever it was, like $4 or whatever. Everyone was just losing their minds. And then it just, and it just went down. And unless you really grasped what you were holding, if you didn't grasp the value of what was in your actual portfolio, it was easy to lose the energy quickly and just, I gotta sell, which I was actually the complete opposite. I'm like, I'm still accumulating. I don't care what the price is this year. I'm looking like 4 or 5 years in the future. I'm not worried about, is Litecoin at $50 or is Ethereum at 200? It's irrelevant right now, because I don't plan on getting rid of anything for at least probably 3 or 4 years, at least 2020.
Yeah.
And so if you know why you have it, then you know why you should hold it.
Because I feel like people often overlook, they get weak hands when it goes down from 20K, and they don't really think far out. And that also kind of, I think, is directly related to the younger people that are getting involved in it. Like, I think that they just don't have patience and just want to make a quick buck. So I think that's where a lot of the panic selling came from. But as far as my story goes, I heard about Bitcoin in 2013 and was super excited about it right away, because the people that were telling me about it were like, yeah, it's in a bubble, like it's at $35 and it's just ridiculous. And I was like, oh yeah, I mean, that's weird that you would say that it was in a bubble. It doesn't seem like there's much money going into it.
And then fast forward like a year later, that was when I made the initial purchase. And then a year later, I sat down and told my mom and my dad, and I was like, guys, this has gone up from $30 to $40 all the way up to $800. And I was like, you guys need to at least buy. And within 48 hours, Mount Gox happened.
Oh my God.
Like it just completely crashed down to 90% or however far it went down. It was like down to $200.
And that's when they asked you to move out.
Yeah, they were like, that is crazy. I thought you were supposed to buy low and sell high. How does this work? And I was like, just hold on to it. And now that you understand, like you said, the value that you're buying, and they really kind of pushed me towards simplifying it, because they were like, you did a good job explaining it. Maybe you should help other people. And they started kind of sending around this email thread about what it was to some friends. And I was like, all right, well, I'll start making some content on it to help people better understand and simplify and maybe demystify it a little bit. And then, I just went full head first in ever since, and just have been trying to help as many people as I could with education and simplifying things, so that I feel like that's how we get the next 100 million people, is through just not allowing gatekeepers to say like, oh no, you got to understand it fully to get involved.
Yeah.
And don't, you're stupid if you don't understand it. And yeah, I think that's poisonous. And but yeah, that's kind of how I got into it.
Awesome. Now, prior to recording, we were actually talking. Easy for me to say. We were talking about a project called Blockchains LLC. I know a few people who are associated with the projects on the outside a little bit right now. So they have more information about it, and Blockchains LLC, for those of you that don't know, they're a project out in Nevada. They actually bought 6,700 acres of land out in Nevada, and they plan on creating a blockchain / cryptocurrency city, town, whatever you want to call it. And what I want people to understand is that this project is not like anything that anyone has ever seen before. This is not an ICO. There's no one trying to sell you anything. These are millionaires and billionaires that are using their own money, and they're creating this future city as a blueprint for education and investment, and to learn how it's all going to link together. Now, one of the initial investors is a little guy named Warren Buffett. Now, he's got a little bit of money, and what's pretty ironic is a couple of months ago, he said that, cryptocurrencies were rat poison.
Yeah.
So, once again, whenever a rich person tells you that you shouldn't do something, probably do it, because that's the same thing they're friggin' doing. And he's only the initial investor. I know of a few other investors who are getting involved with the project, and they're at the same level. You know, these are not some broke ass ICO, you know, going to a conference trying to collect a little ETH, you know. These are people who create not only innovation, but these are industry creators. They create industries. And that's what they're doing. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, we don't want the rich people in here. You know, what the hell are these rich people doing in here? Well, without rich people, it's hard to advance quickly without large amounts of initial investment capital. And now that we have their interest, and now that they see the profitability, there's a lot of big names that are getting in. And Mark Cuban is getting ready to, because he owns a lot of things. He owns restaurants. Yeah. He owns like all kinds of stuff. He is going to be rolling out cryptocurrencies and accepting and promoting cryptocurrencies at all of his places he owns.
Wow.
That's rolling out next year.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. People don't understand. I love it when people go, win moon. And I'm like, if you're only shooting for the moon, you're missing the point. We're going past the moon. We're shooting past Mars. We're shooting past Jupiter. We are going out into the universe with this. But there's a reason that the project is actually called blockchains with an S, plural. They aren't just going to use Ethereum. They will be implementing like Lightning nodes, the Lightning Network. They will be using Litecoin. They will be using Bitcoin. They will be using a lot of the leading coins and projects will actually partner up with them, even if it's only to experiment with each coin. You know, like which one will work best.
Potentially be just seeing what goes on as the projects grow, and then when they're legitimized and there's more users in a good community, they could plug it into the city. Like once there's like a decent amount of usage and they've kind of proven themselves out, almost like a Coinbase listing, you know, where coins make sure that they're stable.
Let's switch it on, and then if it blows up, we can turn it off real quick.
Yeah, like there's so many interesting use cases for a city where you have like Ethereum for contracts, you have Civic for identity, you have IOTA for like connected devices. You would have real world use case, which is pretty amazing to think about, like a testing ground.
Exactly, and that's what they are creating out there right now. And I have plans in the next like month or two to travel out there, probably trespass, maybe like wear, maybe have on like some camo or something, and slowly crawl towards it. And I'm going to try and get an interview through a guy I know, if not the leaders of the project, at least like a representative from the project. And I'm going to basically tie him up. I'm going to throw him in the trunk, Then, take them to the hotel. I'm going to waterboard them. I will figure out what they're doing out there. As soon as I recognized exactly what blockchain was, exactly what cryptocurrency was, it's an efficiency that we've never had available to us. The exchange of information and actual currency at lightning speeds. And not only that, although that's awesome in itself, we have smart contracts, which is really the, or as I like to refer to them, these self-executing contracts. Mm-hmm. And with that, you can have an action trigger the contract that will trigger other contracts over and over again, and that can run a city, that can run plumbing, that can run electricity, that can run currency, that can run everything. Wickedly efficient.
Awesome. So Bitcoin Ben on YouTube, Bitcoin Ben on Twitter, and BitcoinBen.io is your website.
Yes, sir. And this weekend I will be in Oklahoma City at a meetup. There's going to be a few other influencers there. So if you want to check that out, check it out on my website, www.bitcoinben.io.
Beautiful. All right, Ben. Thank you so much, man.
You have a great evening. Love everybody.
That's it for this episode. I hope you guys liked the interview with Bitcoin Ben. Go check him out. The links are below to his channel. I'm going to be uploading a part 2 where you can learn a little bit more about what Ben's doing and he recommends for hodling, things like Litecoin, Bitcoin, and anything but Ripple, basically. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode of Hack Crypto.